Karin Kneissl, the Austrian foreign minister, issued the shock warning after being pressed by reporters on whether Britain was heading for a hard Brexit. With only 56 days to go until Britain leaves the European Union, the current indications suggest a no-deal Brexit, she said. EU bosses have so far refused approaches by Mrs May to renegotiate her 585-page withdrawal agreement after MPs told her she must replace the Irish backstop with alternative arrangements to avoid a hard border in Ireland. Speaking to reporters at a meeting of EU foreign affairs ministers, Ms Kneissl said, "In my view, there are lots of signs that indicate a hard Brexit." When asked if Britain was heading for a no-deal divorce, she added, "That is my estimation." Much of the controversy surrounds the Irish backstop, which Brussels insists is not up for renegotiation despite being heavily opposed in Westminster. Katarina Barley, the German Justice Minister, said the EU will not accept any plan that doesn't include the insurance mechanism. Brexit news. Theresa May warned to make next move as no-deal risk increases. Image Pal TV, she said, "We definitely will not accept a border in the normal sense between Ireland and Northern Ireland. That is something that we've been very clear about from the very beginning. The problem is we don't see any other proposition by the British government." Ms Barley also urged the EU 27 to remain united and not allow themselves to be peeled off by the risk of a no-deal Brexit. She said, "I think that is important, that we all stay together and don't let time pressure divide us." Helen McEntee, Ireland's Europe Minister, has responded to claims Leo Varadkar, the Irish Prime Minister, is prepared to allow Article 50 to be extended to avoid a no-deal Brexit. According to an account of private discussions with politicians from his Fine Gael party, Mr Varadkar revealed he would not have a problem with any extension to Article 50. Responding to reports, Ms McEntee said, "If they were to ask for an extension, I think it would be approved, but there is no point in looking for an extension if we end up back to the same place as we are now in 3 months' time." Brussels leaders have resisted the urge to publicly support extending the 2-year negotiation period unless Mrs May can prove such a move will prevent a no-deal Brexit. Sabine Wade, the EU's deputy chief negotiator, said, "The UK government would have to provide information on the purpose of an extension," adding, "The idea of going into serial extensions really isn't going to be popular." On Thursday, Augusto Santos Silva, Portugal's foreign minister, said he would support a delay if it helps prevent a hard divorce. He said, "We have negotiated an agreement and the British Parliament now says, we do not like this backstop clause, we have a better one. What we are saying is, show us a better one." Still, more preferable would be to delay the moment of departure, to have time to rationally revise all this. Diplomats and officials are now pondering whether they should reject any request for a 3-month extension because of fears in Brussels that Mrs May doesn't have the political courage to request a longer delay they believe she needs to avoid no deal. EU sources believe the Prime Minister will hesitate to postpone Britain's exit until the end of June because of the backlash she'd face from Brexiteers within her Conservative Party. Jeremy Hunt, the Foreign Secretary, has suggested an Article 50 extension may now be required in order to accommodate the fresh talks. On Thursday, he said it was difficult to know if negotiations with Brussels would run until the 11th hour, but confirmed extra time may be needed to pass legislation.